The Dallas Cowboys are standing at crossroads with one of their star players, and how they navigate this situation could send ripples throughout the entire NFL landscape. George Pickens, coming off a breakout campaign that saw him achieve career highs, 93 receptions, 1,429 yards, and 9 touchdowns, has firmly established himself as a premier playmaker. But with the Cowboys applying the franchise tag, worth approximately $27.3 million, the question now looms. Is a long-term deal in the cards, or is a draft day trade a real possibility? Reports indicate that the Cowboys have yet to engage in discussions about an extension with Pickens. This lack of communication raises eyebrows and stirs concern among fans. While it's understandable that the organization is weighing their options, it's crucial to consider the implications of trading away such a dynamic talent. As Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox points out, the absence of a long-term commitment could signal a shift in strategy for the team. If the Cowboys were to explore a trade, it would not only shake up their roster, but also send shockwaves across the league. Imagine the scenario: Dallas on the clock during the draft, and prospects like Arizona State's Jordan Tyson, Ohio State's Carnell Tate, or USC's Mekhi Lemon still available. The Cowboys could certainly feel the temptation to part ways with Pickens in exchange for a fresh rookie talent on a cost-control contract. However, the reality is that trading Pickens would mean letting go of a proven playmaker. This is not a decision to be taken lightly. An ideal return for Pickens would be a first-round pick, but let's be honest, given his recent breakout and the substantial salary he commands, that's a long shot. More realistically, the Cowboys might net a second-round selection. The absence of a second-round pick this year complicates matters. Acquiring one could provide the necessary ammunition to bolster their beleaguered defense, a unit that has struggled to find consistency. But let's dig deeper into the reasoning behind a potential trade. While gaining more than what they initially invested in Pickens in 2025 would be a win, the real driver seems to be financial strategy. The Cowboys are already committed to CeeDee Lamb, who received a hefty extension in 2024. With another high-dollar contract looming over Pickens, the front office has to consider whether it's wise to invest heavily in multiple receivers. Yet, the question remains, is there a reliable WR2 waiting in the wings? Ryan Flournoy could be that answer. After a solid second season, if the Cowboys believe he can elevate his game even further, that might embolden them to pull the trigger on a Pickens trade. The balance of risk and reward is delicate, and the organization must tread carefully as they weigh the potential to strengthen their defense against the loss of a game-changing receiver. As we watch the situation unfold, it's clear that the Cowboys face significant decisions ahead. The fate of George Pickens could redefine their offseason strategy and impact not just the upcoming draft, but also the entire trajectory of the franchise. The stakes have never been higher, and Cowboy Nation is undoubtedly holding their breath, hoping for the best outcome in what could be a pivotal moment for the team. Now, shifting gears, let's take a closer look at another aspect of the Cowboys' offseason plans and how they might address their defensive needs moving forward. As the Dallas Cowboys continue their offseason overhaul, the linebacker position stands out as a glaring need that remains unaddressed. The team has made strides in various defensive roles, but this one is crucial, especially after the disappointing Logan Wilson experiment that has now come to a close with his retirement. The Cowboys are left with DeMarvion Overshown, who needs a seasoned partner to help solidify the unit. With the 2026 NFL Draft on the horizon, the expectation is that Dallas will look to the draft for reinforcements. However, that should not be the sole strategy for strengthening the linebacker core. The Cowboys must also explore the free agent market, and there's one name that stands out above the rest: Bobby Wagner. Wagner, currently a free agent linebacker from the Washington Commanders, is an ideal fit for the Cowboys. CBS Sports' Garrett Podale has already linked Wagner to Dallas, suggesting that the six-time first-team All-Pro would thrive in a Cowboys uniform. What makes him such a compelling option? For starters, Wagner boasts an impressive streak of 14 consecutive seasons with over 100 tackles, tied for the longest such streak since 2000, alongside London Fletcher. This statistic alone is a testament to his durability and consistent performance. At 36, some may question whether Wagner still has what it takes to compete at a high level. But make no mistake, he is still a force on the field. Last season, Wagner recorded an impressive 162 tackles and 8 tackles for loss, along with 4.5 sacks, 9 QB hits, 2 interceptions, and 4 passes defensed. His performance has placed him firmly in the top 5 for Pro Football Focus's run defense and pass rush grades, showcasing his ability to impact the game in multiple facets. Yes, his coverage numbers may have seen a slight decline, but he still remains more than serviceable. He's not a liability, and that's a critical factor for a team looking to compete for a championship. Imagine the prospect of pairing Wagner with Overshown. This is not just about filling a roster spot. It's about cultivating a winning culture and ensuring that the younger players develop under the guidance of a proven veteran. Wagner's presence would undoubtedly add depth and experience, while also providing invaluable mentorship to Overshown and any other linebacker they draft. The Cowboys need that leadership now more than ever. The narrative from the Commanders suggests that head coach Dan Quinn hasn't entirely ruled out the possibility of re-signing Wagner, but he appears optimistic about the potential of his younger linebackers. His comments hint at a belief in the future, but can you really afford to let a player of Wagner's caliber slip through your fingers? The Cowboys must consider this carefully. The window of opportunity to win is narrowing, and decisions like these can have long-term ramifications. Adding to the intrigue is the enthusiastic endorsement from Dallas offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer, who has openly praised Wagner. Schottenheimer's history with Wagner during their time in Seattle speaks volumes. He described Wagner as a total stud, a term that encapsulates the impact he can have on the field and in the locker room. If the Cowboys have any hope of solidifying their defense, they need to act decisively, and Schottenheimer's admiration for Wagner could be a pivotal factor in making this signing happen. As fans, we must remain vigilant and vocal about the urgency of this position. The Cowboys can't afford to overlook such a critical need, while several capable players are still available in free agency. Bobby Wagner represents not just a talented player, but a potential game-changer for their defense. The Cowboys have the chance to add a future Hall of Famer to their roster. This is an opportunity that must not be missed. With all these factors in play, the question remains, will the Cowboys make the right choice? Will they take the plunge and secure a player who not only can perform, but also elevate the standard for the entire team? As we wait to see how the Cowboys approach this crucial offseason decision, we can only hope they recognize the value Wagner would bring and seize the moment. Now, let's transition to the next item on the agenda. As the dust settles from the annual NFL owners meeting, the spotlight now shifts to a critical area for the Dallas Cowboys, the running back position. With the 2026 NFL Draft looming on the horizon, the team's decision-makers have begun to strategize, and there's a palpable sense of anticipation about how they will address their backfield depth. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer has expressed confidence in his leading man, Javonte Williams. Coming off a career year, Williams is certainly a cornerstone in the Cowboys' offensive schemes. However, the questions surrounding the depth behind him cannot be overlooked. Schottenheimer's acknowledgement that the younger backs need to step up is not just a statement. It's a clarion call for the organization to bolster the running back room through the draft. And with that in mind, let's dive into some prospects who could potentially don a star on their helmet. First up is Emmett Johnson, an electrifying talent whose breakout season in 2025 has caught the attention of many. The 5'10", 202-pound dynamo racked up an impressive 1,451 rushing yards and found the end zone 12 times. Additionally, he showcased his versatility as a receiver, snagging 46 passes for 370 yards and 3 touchdowns. His decisive running style, combined with his quickness and patience, would mesh perfectly with the Cowboys' run scheme. With assistant running backs coach Jamal Matunga reportedly attending Johnson's pro day, it's clear that Dallas is keenly interested in this up-and-comer. Then, there's Roman Hemby, who made a strategic move to Indiana for his redshirt senior season after spending 4 years at Maryland. Hemby's 1,120 rushing yards helped lead the Hoosiers to a title, and while he shared the backfield duties with Kalen Black, his skill set makes him a better fit for Dallas. He may not possess explosive speed, but his high football IQ and competitive nature make him a desirable target for Schottenheimer's system. The Cowboys could use a player like Hemby, who can make smart decisions and drive the offense forward. If the team is looking for a change of pace back to complement Williams, Damon Claiborne from Wake Forest could be the answer. With a lightning-fast 4.3 3 740-yard dash at the NFL Combine, Claiborne possesses the kind of speed that can keep defenses guessing. The Cowboys have shown interest in him as well, with running backs coach Derek Foster present at his pro day. Selecting Claiborne in the later rounds could create added competition for Jaden Blue, who, despite being drafted last year, barely saw the field. The pressure could be just what Blue needs to elevate his game. Another intriguing option is Katron Allen from Penn State, who brings a punishing running style to the table. Standing at 5'11" and weighing 216 pounds, he may not be the fastest back, but he compensates with exceptional vision, patience, and the ability to break tackles. Pairing Allen with Williams in the same backfield could create a formidable duo that wears down defenses over the course of a game. Lastly, there's Jadarian Price from Notre Dame, a player who has the potential to be a game-changer, albeit overshadowed by his teammate Jeremy Love. Over 3 seasons with the Fighting Irish, Price accumulated 1,692 rushing yards and 21 touchdowns, averaging an impressive 6.0 yards per carry. His 4.47 40-yard dash time at the Combine shows he has the speed to compete at the next level. The only hitch is his projected draft position. If he falls into the second round, the Cowboys might be in a position to snag him, but they'll have to be ready to act quickly. As the Cowboys scout these running back prospects, they must also recognize the importance of fostering a competitive atmosphere in their backfield. The NFL is evolving, and having multiple capable backs can be a significant advantage. While Williams is undoubtedly a star, the depth behind him is crucial for the longevity of the offense. In conclusion, the upcoming draft presents a golden opportunity for the Dallas Cowboys to enhance their running back situation. The team needs to be proactive and strategic, ensuring they not only find solid contributors, but also challenge the existing roster to elevate their performance. As we look ahead, it's crucial for fans to stay engaged and watch how this all unfolds. What do you think, Cowboys Nation? Which of these prospects excites you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Let's dive deep into this journey together.